I'm Isis Romero.
And I'm Steve Spriester. New on the Night Beat, it is video that lawyers for the city of San Antonio did not want you to see.
When we first reported about a San Antonio police officer given an indefinite suspension, essentially fired for wanting to fight a handcuffed man, the city initially challenged our request for in-car video of that incident. They have since now given us that video.
But as the Night Team's Tim Gerber reports, there are questions tonight about whether that video tells the entire, complete story. It's tonight's Defenders investigation.
Let's take the cuffs off, all right? Yeah, let's take them off. Let's take the cuffs, all right? But me and you, one-on-one. Sure. All right, absolutely.
That's SAPD officer Matthew Belver agreeing to engage in a fight with Eloy Leal last August after arresting him at the scene of a shooting for interfering with the duties of a public servant. He even removes his handcuffs.
I'm just gonna, as soon as they come off, I'm gonna beat your. That's what I'm gonna do. You ready? There you go. There you go. Now you can get out. Let's go. Run. Do something. Appreciate it. Do something.
Leal refused to fight and even apologizes to Belver at one point.
Okay.
I didn't mean no disrespect, man.
Okay,
really.
so nothing's gonna come out of this. All right. I thought something was gonna come out of this.
Oh man.
I thought you were gonna fight, like you said.
Belver places Leal back in cuffs and takes him to the magistrate's office. Belver is heard berating Leal about his lack of respect for police and calls him out for not fighting.
And you had the chance to run, to fight, to do whatever, but you didn't. Because not only are you stupid, you're a coward.
We showed the video to Mike Helly, president of the San Antonio Police Officers Association. He said while Belver never should have removed Leal's cuffs or verbally berated him, his infractions should not result in termination.
This, I think, was at the end of the shift. He was tired. He worked graveyards, and I think that this guy just got underneath his skin, and it was something that he shouldn't have let that happen to him.
Belver was given a 30-day suspension for a similar incident that happened in 2009, which resulted in a conviction being overturned. Helly says Belver has been a model officer since then, something he believes should be taken into account.
Matt had a problem with force issues, and I think within the last 5 to however many years since he's been back, he has not had a single issue at all.
Belver is now appealing that indefinite suspension, and an arbitrator is expected to hear the case later this year. It will be up to that arbitrator to decide if the indefinite suspension stands or if Belver will get his job back.
All right, we want to be very clear about this. So is this the complete video of this incident? Is there any video before Leal was placed in Belver's cruiser?
We understand there is another camera angle that has not yet been released, and it shows the interaction between Officer Belver and Leal before the arrest. We have not seen it, so we can't say exactly what's on it, but we did ask Leal about the incident a few weeks ago, and here's what he said happened.
I told the officer that there was still bullet shells behind my brother's truck, and he asked me where, and I pointed there on the ground, and he grabbed me from my shirt and pulled me into the street and got me for jaywalking.
That does not appear to match what's on the video. Leal also claimed Belver used racially charged language, but that is not heard in any of the video that we've seen so far. Helly says he hasn't seen the other video, but it has been described to him, and he told me it shows Leal's disrespectful behavior, something Belver complained to Leal about, and Helly says it explains why the officer was so upset. We've posted the entire unedited video online. Just look for this story on KSAT.com. Isis?
All right, thanks, Tim.